So yeah, this goes there. 30 frames a second to level a bitrate. Hopefully, 30 frames a second. Oh, I can hear myself. So something streaming somewhere. Level a bitrate. Hopefully, 30 frames a second. Oh, I can hear myself. So something streaming somewhere. Level a bitrate. Hopefully. Oh, I am over there. Cool. Pause myself so we're not using up too much bandwidth. If anyone turns up on either platform, has actually gone live on YouTube as well. I think it has. But look, you're gonna have to give me a few minutes to get myself set up. I'm not streamed in like months, and now I'm trying to do it with like a split service, so it goes to both DLive and to YouTube. Which is new to me, which is why it's all a bit confusing, which is kind of why we are doing this little random test almost today. So I can sort of figure out what's going on. Okay, seems to actually be working. I've reinforced my Discord with an at everyone. Apologies for those who don't want the at everyone, but you just got at everyone. Okay, well, we'll see if anyone actually turns up first to either stream. If anyone does, do say hello in the chat so I know that someone's actually here and I'm not talking to myself. You may even get a notification on YouTube. Who knows? I've only used YouTube streaming like once or twice, and that was months ago, so it's been a while. What else is going on? Let's just get all this set up. Just be playing a little bit of Rome 2 multiplayer. I know not everyone's a massive fan of Rome 2 multiplayer. I'm not even sure I necessarily am at times, but it is kind of a little bit fun to play. And then if any of you want to join me in a battle, we can always fight each other. Okay, so that's that working. Just get things set up a little bit more. We're ready to sort of start thinking about trying to find some games. Seems like it is kind of working. Bitrate is looking pretty reasonable. Amazingly, not actually dropped any frames. Seems like we are now streaming to both DLive and YouTube. It actually works. A miracle. Okay, cool. It's dropped, like it almost dropped out a little bit then. I don't think it has. Is anyone actually here? Is anyone in the chat? Hello, anyone? Hello, anyone? Okay, well, while we're waiting for people to sort of think about turning up, we'll have a bit of a go. See if we can find some battles. All the Valeys host a battle if no one wishes to be there. If any of you want to come and join me, you're more than welcome. Hello, Oliver. Welcome to the stream. Or what is my attempt at a stream? Anyway. Well, you can see what the next YouTube video is going to be. Which faction I've been playing. Okay, well, we've got someone already. Well, I'll perhaps stick out these guys then. I really enjoyed this setup last time. We'll perhaps go with this. Stick with the Chosen Swords. Stick with my Levy Freeman. These are good as just like a meat shield. He's going as the Macedonians. It's going to be a challenging fight then. Stonehenge. Let's see what maps we've got. Where should we want to fight? Somewhere just Light Forest? Go for that. That kind of worked for me. Well, pretty much spent all my money, so we'll just wait for him to ready up and then we'll hop into a game, hopefully. Only that doesn't work really well. Well, I'm ready. Is he ready? Do say hello if you're joining us in the chat on either here or DLive. It's weird having two streams going on at the same time. Last time I watched Total War Arena, yes, yeah, sad times indeed that it unfortunately no longer is. Oh, why did that not start? What's going on here? Gonna start? There we go. Yeah, we will definitely have like a final Total War Arena stream at some point. Probably like I'll probably do one. Definitely do one on the final date, which is like going to be like the 21st of February. I'm definitely going to have like a final, the last arena stream sort of thing. But yeah, it's a shame, no more arena. Hello, Peter. Welcome to the stream. So we'll just wait for the list to load in. We are fighting against, I think these are the Macedonians. Not sure this is necessarily going to go successfully in any way, shape or form, but we shall see. Getting a few people filtering in now. Not too bad. Okay. So we'll think about how we're going to set this up.
Chosen swords.
So we're going to set these are just going to be the core of the army. Obviously, that absolute crap, really crappy spear infantry, useless. But they do have some uses. Now we're going to behind that stack 2 units of these chosen swordsmen, these heavy melee infantry. They're not a bad unit. These are. They're not great. But they're a pretty strong, steady melee unit. They're not too bad in the right sort of situations. Then we have got one of these for the centre. And then we're going to put the Oathsworns sort of back here. These are really good, these Oathsworns I found. Really good melee unit. Really like these guys. Really good attack. Really strong as well. They seem to last for ages when they get stuck into tough combat. So I really like those guys. So then we've got our... Oh, looks like the enemy player left. Oh, that's a shame. After all my planning as well. I guess this is the risk of doing multiplayer on a stream. It could well have been Spartan Master. That's probably my flags getting muddled up. Hey, Hewib, welcome to the stream. Yes, easy victory. The only time I can win is if someone people quit. If anyone wants to join me, feel free to hop on and just jump into the slot. You're always welcome to do that. Oh, you have 2 viewers over on D-Life. Cool. Hello. Welcome everyone who's joining us. You're getting a few people turning up, which is nice. Just need to find someone to actually fight against now so we can actually have a proper battle. It's typical. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay with these guys. I do enjoy these this barbarian faction. I've got quite a few. Are we still on the right map? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, there's these the Oathsworns are just amazing. I guess they do have really high weapon damage, and that melee attack is intense, isn't it? Good melee defense as well, and armor. No wonder they're so good then, really. That's why they last quite such a long time in combat. Oh, looks like someone's hopped in. I don't actually have Shogun 2. Surprisingly, for some reason, I don't know. I've never actually played Shogun 2. Don't know why. But yeah, it's kind of just the way it is. Let's see if this guy's happy to sort out if he's going to play as the Romans by the looks of it. Well, we did beat the Romans as the Carthaginians, so maybe we can do it as the barbarians as well. Miss Total War in it, yeah, so do I. I do as well, but I've kind of over it a little bit now. I was really sad at the time. I still am, but I'm kind of over it a little bit now. It's never going to come back, or not at least. I don't see it coming back anyway, so I'm just kind of moved on a little bit. Definitely looking forward to Conqueror's Blade coming out, or at least going into closed beta. So let's just see if this guy's going to actually load in. Who is he? Oathsworn cuts through legionaries, so that's an advantage. Yeah, the Oathsworn are great. I'm a real big fan of the Oathsworn. They just seem such a powerful unit. But that's if this other person's actually going to ready up at all. It's typical. I honestly find it when I'm creating the videos for these, I find it really easy to get the battles, and now I'm actually trying to do it live. It's just not going to happen. Still no info on the CVT? No info on the CVT. I really think it's going to be soon, because it was going to be closed beta before Christmas, was like the original plan for it. So the fact that that's obviously been delayed into the new year, into January, I would expect closed beta surely has got to be soon, because they were planning on doing it before Christmas, so it can't be a million miles away. But unfortunately, I've not been told anything about it, so don't know any more. It looks like we're getting into battle here. Feel like Three Kingdoms? Yes, I'm certainly going to try and get Three Kingdoms when it comes out. I've been sort of not fighting, but nagging Creative Assembly to see if I can try and get a copy of it slightly a day or two before it actually gets released. Get sort of some slight early access videos going, but whether they'll actually give it to me, I'm not really big enough to get a copy of it, but I'm trying. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it'll be good once Conquest Blade goes into release. That's going to be pretty exciting times. Right, okay, we'll try and set this army up again. So, missiles to the front. Everyone, let's pull back. At least we know our setup a little bit better now. Levy Freeman. Those who are going to go on the flanks. You two are going to go on this flank. You in the middle. Then you are like the core at the back. So we're going to try and hide some cavalry in there, to be honest. You, I'm less inclined to hide. They know I've got a general, so I don't feel quite such compunction to hide these guys. Okay, so we've got our cavalry placed out on the wings. We've got a fair bit of cavalry with these guys. Obviously, got 4 units, all fairly heavy cavalry, very heavy with our noble horse. So yeah, let's kind of see how this goes. I said it was the Romans, wasn't he? I've forgotten already. I'm pretty sure it's the Romans we're facing off against. We want to try and sort of get a bit of an envelopment going, or get him to engage on the front lines. But we'll kind of just see what units he's brought. Really don't know what he's going to come out with. If he's actually going to ready up. He's obviously still placing his units. It's probably a better map for us, quite forested. Sort of difficult visibility sort of map. We'll probably go on the offensive relatively early on, I suspect. We'll push the sort of the cavalry through the various forests. Actually a ridge line there. No, not directly. Okay, so we can push some cavalry up over this point. Okay. So we can't actually see that much of him. Let's just get ourselves moving. Get our cavalries going on the flanks. What can we see so far? So there's some legionary cavalry. A fair chunk of legionary cavalry. Triarii. Oh no, auxiliaries. More legionary cavalry over that side. I'd take a fight with legionary cavalry. I find the Roman cavalry is pretty terrible, to be honest, as a general rule. They're obviously playing it fairly safely though.
Quickly now! Forward!
Our guys moving up. We're quite a fast army, quite mobile as a general rule, because we've got quite a lot of light people, particularly some of our light spearmen moves around pretty niftily. He's also playing it fairly defensively. What archers has he got? So he's got the Velites. These are the javelins, aren't they? Yeah. So obviously we've got to be careful of them. They can do a lot of damage to us pretty quickly. Let's just wait for the rest of the army to sort of catch itself up, get in position before we start to apply any more pressure. We have the range advantage, really, in terms of the fact we actually have ranged units. Rather than javelins, which are obviously good damage but really short range.
Our hidden units have been
Let's keep ourselves walking because we don't need to rush. Oh! I didn't really want to start a cavalry fight over here. Let's see if he's just going to pull back. Looks like it.
We have
He's going
discovered the enemy's hidden units.
pretty aggressive. Have we? Ooh. Yeah, there's going to be auxiliary there as well. Let's bring these guys up slightly. Need to think about threatening some of these. Got to be careful not to go too far forward. He has still got cavalry, remember. Got to be a little bit careful. Looks like we're getting a slight range debuff on one of those guys. Oops. What's going on here? Clicked off the screen. That's what's going on.
Heavy horse! Slingers!
Okay, so let's try and get some damage in against these Velites. We've got our cavalry up here. Let's just keep them sort of in this forest.
Slingers!
I'm happy to play this sort of fight if he just wants to stand there. Got to be careful if he goes with his cavalry, basically. This is what makes me nervous. How much damage we can get against these slingers, these javelins. Not that much, actually, to be fair. Think about pulling back. I want to play the javelin tossing game. Don't really do that many damage to them, particularly with considering how...
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Because they've got shields, I guess. See if they notice my cavalry movement. Sometimes it's amazing how you can get away with stuff. People just aren't quite fully paying attention.
Heavy horse! We have discovered the enemy's hidden units. Heavy horse!
Okay, he's got spears there to drive me back. Okay, let's keep our slinger campaign going against these guys here. There we go. Bit of casualties racking up there. That's a bit more like it. That's more what we want to see. He's starting to bring in his units now.
Orders! Oh, quickly now! We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
They're going to soon start routing, hopefully, in the next volley or two. Keep an eye on our cavalry moving up there. There goes one of them. Start the attention on the other unit of Velites. He's starting to move these units up now. Hopefully my cavalry might get away with... Oh, he's got auxiliary spearmen there. Brought up a lot of auxiliaries with him. Very different army setup to what you'd kind of
We have
expect.
discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Hard to apply the damage to get my Pinner's cavalry down, which is what actually I wanted to be doing. How many casualties are we taking? Yeah, you see his spearmen, his javelins are focusing completely the wrong unit. Look, they're just attacking my meat shield. Exactly what I want him to be doing. Just attacking the levy spearmen. These Velites have rallied. This is a very slow starting battle, isn't it? Keep those guys out of trouble. He's got quite a bit of cavalry kicking around. It looks like he's starting to move in for the kill, as it were.
We hunger for blood and battle.
Yeah, it's generally a very light force. A little bit of Evercati stuck in there, like some of those very heavier units. Okay, let's go for it.
Get ready! Warriors ready! Orders! Sir Riders forward! Swords! Hands! Our hidden units
So we have the supremacy on this side. We might as well take advantage of it.
Old sworn warriors! Move forward! Chosen sword! They will bleed for us!
Oh, I'm multitasking now.
Cut one, curse you! Warriors of gold! Chosen sword! We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Okay, multitasking to a degree that I'm not really able to do.
Battle ready and eager! Yeah! Battle ready!
What are they? They're my chosen swordsmen. Okay, let's see how this sort of thing starts to go. Push you around, pull you around, pull you around, probably a little bit, a few casualties in the pull around, but it's worth it.
Heavy horse!
Get the rear flank on there. How are these guys going? Cavalry still unengaged.
Old sworn warriors! The men are wavering.
Who are wavering? Just a spearman in the middle. Understandable, I suppose. Well, let's reform you up. Let's just start targeting the second line. Bring in our general. Those guys there should start to waver. Hopefully they'll break.
Noble horse!
He's not really committing his whole army to this fight. I guess understandable. Oh, let's go for his general if he's going to walk in slinger range. Not really going well. We're going to get some damage in here. They've routed. Nice. Push the Oathsworn on. Come on. Let me select the fucking unit.
Our general is under attack.
Oh. Badly done. Are they routed yet? Yeah.
Noble horse!
Has he gone for those guys yet? No. Things not going too bad. Getting quite a bit of damage
Our
on his
men
general,
flee
who's
the
just
field of battle.
slowly walking across
This is a
the
shameful display.
across the map there. And we're getting a bit of an envelopment against some of these units here now, which is exactly what we want. Our general's going to have a bit of a hard time against a lot of these legionary cavalry. It is what it is. You guys pull back slightly if you want to. How there's the fight here. We're fighting some tougher units here, you see, which is where they're starting to break through. I think that's their general basically routed. Stick you onto not skirmish mode, sorry, on a guard mode, and then pull you back, bring you guys back down, start to envelop some of these. Good, we're starting to get some damage now. Some of these cavalry, yeah, it's starting to tip in our favour enough now to be good. Bring our unit of horse back down. Stop there with the slingers, start to get them back into range. And start to find the opportunities that I want now. Like here, you guys need to crush those Evocati. They're the toughest unit they've probably got in this game at the moment. Let's break those guys there. Then let's get those guys. Let's see a thing in this forest.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's chase down those Velites there. Good job. Can target the Evocati again. Well, you really shouldn't be fighting there if I can help it.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Back around there. Well, you can go there if you like. Finish off these remaining Legion cavalry before they completely break. I've completely lost the chat window. I'll find the chat again shortly. What are they? Some chosen swordsmen fighting against a first cohort. All my slingers are out of ammunition. Okay. Must have been doing a lot of shooting. Let's get in and start to support some of these guys around here. I can't believe those Evocati haven't broken yet. You really think they would have done, wouldn't you?
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
What have we got here? First cohort. It's broken now. Let's keep you out of trouble just for a second. Got one of our units of heavy horse going in. Try and get a bit of damage against some of these Evocati. A bit of a hard time of it, to be honest. Can't believe they haven't broken.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Some of our heavy horse have been caught up into fighting there. We can try and attack with our slingers. I just can't imagine they're really going to do a lot. But then, what else use are they? Let's get you guys advancing along here. And you, I forgot about you. Cavalry's getting a little bit stuck in there. Probably a little bit excessively stuck in. Okay, what have we got going on?
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Right, bring you round then now. Chosen swords. Let's try and get you stuck in. Still got one unit of Oathsworn. Oh yeah, they're the ones engaged. They can do a fairly good job. Got those guys still in very good condition, throwing some javelins.
Our men flee the field of
We've
battle.
got a unit of heavy horse here as well. Not exactly going quite as I had planned, to be honest, because we're starting to struggle now with some of our units. Starting to get pretty enveloped. Got a lot more people left alive than I thought he was going to.
Flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Stuck in on these legionary cavalry here. Some of his units are struggling a bit as well. One of his Evocatis are not very happy. There we go, let's go for a rally. Have they recovered? No, still broken. Damn it! Their cavalry there is broken, which is good. We can't attack with our slingers, they just don't really do anything, do they?
This is a shameful display.
It's a shame we've only got one unit of Oathsworn left. I don't know what happened to the other unit. They got stuck into a really hard fight.
Riders forward! Elite cavalry! Advance at speed!
Yeah, I'm not convinced this is going to go particularly well.
Mounted death!
Some of the enemy
Riders advance!
cavalry get stuck into here as they pull out if we can.
Kill!
If we can kill those guys, that would be a really good start. So what have we got left to deal with? We've got some of our Oathsworn. We're sort of pushing on. Still got first cohorts. There's still quite a lot of Romans left, to be honest. A heavy horse trying to get involved, but not really going to break them, are we? They're now routing, which is a bit unfortunate. I think we're going to struggle with this. Celtic slingers are getting involved. Good job. Trying to kill what remains of these enemy cavalry. They've been really resilient. There we go. One shattered.
Heavy horse! Advance at speed!
Are we going to be able to rat anything with this? I don't think we are, to be honest.
Forward!
Chosen swordsman. There's still quite a few units left of that unit.
Riders advance!
Let's get into the back of this Evercarty
Our
here.
men flee the field of battle.
Charge!
This is a shameful display.
It's just not going to rout them though, because they're still very confident. And they've got far too much health left.
Sons of Gaul!
We'll be able to kill those guys there. Well, you've recovered, but you've ran such a long way away. Well, let me see if I can just find the chat back. I'll temporarily lose the game while I try and look for the chat. There we go. Got the chat back. What's gone on since? Oh wow, quite a few people have turned up. Hello Bates. Oh, hello Jack, what up? Oh, Ambrose, welcome. Welcome, some familiar faces. Nice to see everyone back. Yeah, things aren't exactly going to plan, really, are they?
Warriors ready!
A bit of a tough time for this. There's not anyone here who I can really feel like I can get a good chance of routing. I think we're going to lose this. It's a pretty camera angle, isn't it? I'm trying to push in on my Oathsworn. Well, they're doing a good job of enveloping my Oathsworn. Try and go for these. Oh, he's turned them around as well. Clever move. Clever man.
Warriors never surrender!
Try and rally our people. We've got nothing left of quality and all my bloody guys are out of ammunition. Even with the enemy general there, you'd think they'd rout, wouldn't you? Try and rout at least these auxiliaries. I'm just trying to give myself some sort of time to stand a chance to actually get some of these people. If we can get some of them to start to rout, we may stand a bit more of a chance. Yeah, the Oathsworn are going to go though, and that's really the beginning of the end. Darn.
Our men flee the field.
Yeah, there go our Oathsworn.
This is a shameful display.
Even with our general here fighting, and the auxiliary have broken.
We'll kill them all. Cut them down. Heavy horse.
Of course, these heavy hills
Ready.
can't realistically do anything.
Riders
You can try and pull them out, maybe.
Under riders advance. Noble horse. Riders ready.
Can we maybe get one of those Evercarty to break? They're such an elite unit though, and I've not really got enough units left to surround them with. And these guys have just got too many people left to actually think about getting to rout, really. Get the slingers to recharge them. It is not going to be enough, I don't think.
Advance at speed. Quickly now.
Get a recharge into these guys. Charge! Not enough to do anything. No, we have lost. I have nothing left. Nothing left to give against these Romans, really. I'm just too much into a pitched battle now to stand much of a chance. Yeah, they are in a bit of a weird angle. They're just so protecting each other. It's not exactly good. It was a close fight, but just not enough.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Our noble horse fighting on our general, fighting to the bitter end. What does raise banner do?
Hold them high.
Slightly increased melee defense. Have another morale boost, so we fight on to the bitter end. I don't think he's going to last very long though. 4 people completely surrounded. There's actually 2 units in there. Certainly gave a good fight, didn't they? Because those Evocati came pretty close down at the end. Still 90 of them though, 56 and 101.
Elite cavalry! Got forward!
He's about to rout as well.
Advance at
I have no more rallies to give.
quickly now! Forward! Advance at speed! Forward!
Problem is they know they're winning now as well.
Right riders, forward!
Ooh. They're so exhausted. Oh, they're not even getting a charge there. Look, that was badly done.
Riders, advance! Go! Ah!
Turn, charge. Quite an attentive player because he always gets the turnaround in time. So it's not going to be enough to get many kills there, I don't think. I got a few, not a few people down. Just not going to be enough to get them to rout. They're still steady. If I had my, you know, if I picked the other general where you get the ability which damages them, that might have been more effective. I think that's going to work in this case. And they got to Shaken. If they both routed, then that might work. Well, you never know. Be funny, wouldn't it? Go on. Go on. Go on. Break. Yeah, you want to. They are exhausted, but then so are we, I suppose. They've got a few casualties. Oh, they're broken. Nice. Okay. I assume I'm going to definitively lose this, but
Quickly now! Right,
funny if I didn't. Let's get these guys round. I'm going to go for this Evocati cohort here.
Forward! Hands! Noble
They're going to try and pull
horse!
through, that's fine.
Riders, advance! Hands! Noble horse! Follow, advance at speed!
Oh, I'll cut these guys down. These are our main targets.
Yeah! To me!
Try and rally ourselves to keep ourselves going. Come on, you bastards. Come on.
Hands!
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 16 of you. Rout. Broken. Nice. Okay.
Noble horse!
Okay, okay, okay.
Riders,
Never know. We might. If we pull this back, this is going to be the closest battle ever. I had to save this as a replay and take this down as a one of the YouTube videos. Come on. Just need you two to hold.
Ride quickly now!
I know what I'm going to do.
Riders, forward!
He's going to break that unit off and charge into me as I turn them back on him.
Mounted warriors!
See how many kills we can get here then. So whether it's going to be enough. 67, 65, 60. Wavering, wavering, wavering. Come on. Oh, it's so close. Yes! I can't believe we won that. That is probably the most undeserved victory I've ever had. Wow. What a close fight. Oh, that was good. Our general really saved the day there. I didn't think that cavalry was going to be quite that effective. Oh, that was a good battle. How many kills our Oathsworn got? 434. Nice. Our slingers didn't do that much. Even got some kills with our Levy Premium, to be fair. Yeah, his Evocati did a good job for him. Did a very good job. His Javelins, not so much so. Probably with the cavalry as well. Oh, wow, that was a really good battle. Oh, dear. Yeah, really did have some slightly odd morale systems at times. That was a good fight. I enjoyed that. It was such a tough battle. Oh, we actually have a few people over in DLive. Ah, Crazy Avian, you've joined us on DLive. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. And hello to Many AK Gamer. How old am I? I'm 26. I can't believe we actually got away with that. Yeah, obviously, for those who are watching, if it's slightly confusing, I'm doing dual streaming where I'm streaming to both DLive and to this as well. Let me just swap. Or should we go? Should we go for a different faction? Someone else has come, a different player, but just as the Romans as well. Or should we go for these guys again? Or is it a bit boring? I'll do one more battle with these guys, and then we'll swap to a different faction. Oh, that was an intense battle. I can't believe we won that. I really didn't think we should have done that. Oh, I should have changed the map. Why didn't I change the map? Oh well. Okay, well, same map, same factions, but a different player. See how this goes. I can't believe I won that. I don't know. Oh, it's cool that some people have joined on DLive though as well. That's very nice. Nice to see that. It's hard. I can't have it, or I've not got it set up where I can have both chats at once. It's a little bit confusing. And because Rome Total War's in full screen, every time I click on it to switch the chats over, you'll see that the game should probably freeze in stream. Which is why if you see the game randomly freeze while I'm gone to chat, that's because I'm in chat, so the game freezes. For some reason, it won't seem to run properly in windowed mode. I was having this earlier. Okay, right. Well, we ended up winning that one last time, but that was a little closer than I would like. So let's think about doing this slightly differently. Well, I don't know if we are going to go that differently, actually. Spears are still going to form the core of the army. Going to go slightly more stacks on each end. So we're going to go for a slightly wider stance, if that makes sense. Stick an Oath Sworn in the middle as sort of the core of the army to sort of as the support. And you are number 4, I think, and you are number 3 last time. So I'm going to have number 4 sort of more in the open, because I don't mind if they get spotted, because they know I'm going to have a general, so they know that's hidden somewhere anyway. And then we're going to keep these cavalry just a little bit more hidden as more of our sort of scouting cavalry. Just like that, slightly similar, gone for a slightly longer line, because I felt that the last time that Roman player had quite a few units, I was sort of a little bit enveloped, possibly at times, and we don't really want that to be happening, so. Word is pretty good for expensive armies, doesn't have low multi-count. Yeah, I think that's true. But I've got quite of a mix, because like we've got some quality units in terms of my Oath Sworn, like on here, on one of the wings and in the middle. But then we've got some pretty sort of meat shields in terms of like my Levy Freeman and just like my very basic slingers and stuff in the centre, so it's kind of a bit mixed. Our cavalry is good though, our cavalry is pretty solid. So we're going to slightly rely on that. I can't believe that pulled that game back. What a game that was. What a game. Okay, we are on. So, oh, he's got a lot of units over there. Maybe he's going to corner camp. He can do if he wants to. So let's get ourselves moving up nice and early on. Get nice and aggressive with his cavalry. Start to scout out his positions. Looks like he's gone for like just a bit of a corner camping type spot. Vigales, legionaries, lots of cohorts. More of these Vigales, these basic Roman spearmen. These are pretty terrible as a unit. I think it's going to turn out he's all going to be entirely in that corner.
Heavy horse.
Let's see. Let's keep pushing on this way with these guys. We'll let everyone just reform here. I'm just going to. Oh. Let's go that way then. Let's push these guys up kind of aggressively. Oh, and he's got some shock cavalry over there. They must be all about the charge though. Melee attack weapon damage 34, 25. Terrible. Why has he got so much cavalry over there? Does he not know I've spotted his movement, cavalry movement? Maybe he doesn't. Problem is with his having ranged cavalry, I'm pretty sure I saw that. I didn't think the Romans had access. The Romans have access to horse archers of some description. I guess they're a mercenary unit. Right. Well, that's kind of changes things a little bit. I'm not sure what to think about that. Got to be careful there. It obviously intends for me to walk up to his army here, and he's going to flank me with his quality horsemen. Is obviously his intent. I mean, in an ideal world, if I could force a fight in his guys to this corner, I'd love that, but I suspect he knows my movements. He can probably see my cavalry movements as much as I can see his. Because I don't think he knows that I know all his cavalry is over there, maybe. I think we're going to get all our cavalry basically formed up here. And then we're just going to go ham on his army with ours. And then as his cavalry deploys, we're going to be there to sort of intercept with our guys here in the forest. At least that's my current logic anyway. Hopefully everyone's not going to get too worn out chasing across the map. I could stick them on walk, would probably be the logical thing to do, but then I will get bored, so I can run. It's those horse archers that are really off-putting. If he didn't have the horse archers, I'd go for it. I mean, he's got quite a small army, to be fair. He's going to really pin himself in this corner, isn't he? I've got ourselves a proper corner camper here. Yeah, I do have some pretty good quality cavalry. But I'm just not convinced I can force the cavalry fight easily. That's, ooh, what he's doing there, look. You see, he's got these auxiliary Numidian cavalry. I hadn't banked on him having them. Let's just see how he's going to play that out. Going to harass me, that's the problem. If it came in range of the slingers, that'd be fine, but I doubt he's going to do anything that silly. Do we try and deploy against this cavalry?
Cavalry! Heavy horse! Ready for battle! Forward! Warriors ready!
Okay, here we come.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
So, what have we got at the front? Legionary cavalry. It's fine, I'll take that. If he charges with the legionary cavalry, that's really his mistake. Because these are these quality units here in the form of these shock cavalry. That's what I don't really want to be charging against. Come on, guys, keep coming around, keep coming around, keep coming around. Don't get caught up yet. How are we doing here? Oh, they're just getting caught into the bloody fight. Still, these Numidians are a pain. Nothing I can do about them, really. In short. Wow, not going very well against those shock cavalry, actually. Considering these are the ones I deem to be weak. Those Numidians are a real pain. Just going to have to hope they run out of ammunition, basically. Okay, into the back of the shock cavalry. Let's see what we do here. Give ourselves a little bit of a melee attack boost. Yeah, they're annoying. Those javelins are painful, doing so much damage in there. And we're not really doing that much to his cavalry. Are we losing that engagement as well? We are really. Like some of his legionary cavalry are wavering. Partially probably because they've been recharged. Our general's pretty good. So are we. Let's try and boost ourselves up a little bit. He's recovered as well. We're getting quite some good casualties against those guys though.
Heavy horse!
It's just really turned into a cavalry fight, isn't it? Not really what I wanted. Not going very well. Okay. While that's going on,
flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Let's get them moving up there. Okay, we're going to be in trouble pretty quickly now. Because our general can't hold everyone up.
Heavy horse!
Oh dear. Trying to sort of rout what I can, but they've still got so many of these javelins. These missile cavalry are so annoying. I can't really do anything against them. I could send my slingers down, but then that means I've got to move the whole army, haven't I? Because if I just move the slingers, then the cavalry will just charge down my slingers. I'm going to go for his army and just hope that we do enough damage in the cavalry fight. I really would like to get my general out. And those Soshais are broken, which is good. Some of these can rout. At least we'll do, you know, kill off the bulk of them. They're going to run out of ammunition soon, like that. How many have we got left on our general? 41. Okay, they're starting to break now.
Go! Ready?
Are they all broken? Bar those there. Okay. Nice. Let's start to cut down some of these Numidians. They shouldn't be that good in hand-to-hand.
Noble horse!
How are we doing here? We're going to wrap. What's he got in terms of archers? All Velites. Okay.
Slingers!
God, this is a bloody mess, isn't it?
Harjo! Warriors! Move out!
Come on. Neatly, people. Bloody barbarians.
Blood!
If all their cavalry, a lot of their cavalry is shattered, we could end up getting away with this, you know. It'd be funny if we do. If they break as well, that'll really do us nicely because they've gone, haven't they? Oh,
Noble
no.
horse!
No, sometimes. Oops, 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 oops.
Warriors never surrender! Cut the
Kill these Numidians then. Nice. Well, all in all, as long as my general doesn't die, which I'm hoping he doesn't, I would say that panned out pretty nicely.
Noble horse!
Kills as we can as they try and make a rake for it. Nice job. Okay, let's push these guys up them. Now we know they have no cavalry. Go for you. Try and make advantage of our slingers. Okay, well that went well. Surprisingly, we just kind of relied on the quality of our cavalry a little bit so much more than outplayed them. But really, that kind of panned out. Because now they've only got those very light cavalry left. And this is where we're going to struggle a little bit more because the quality of our units just aren't there. We're going to struggle against these javelins. We'll get one more volley off and then run. Gonna hurt. Ow!
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Pull these guys back continuously. At least our general survived. That's one of the most important things. If we'd lost our general, that would have been devastating. Oh, they're pulling back again. Okay. Hit them as they run, boys! These ones are in range. Just get a sling on them. Oh, I just want to try and get some damage in, really. I've got a pretty miserable selection of army, to be honest. They have got some Praetorian Guard. They've got some quality units. The problem is they pin themselves in the corner. I know this is turning into like a really slow-paced game. But the logic behind it is that, you know, the way this thing has sort of developed, it's not without its sort of basis and reasoning why it's becoming like this. Trying to deal with kind of what they've presented me with. Because the way they've sort of backed themselves in the corner, particularly as the Romans, because they're such elite units, it's really hard for me to deal with that. I've just got to try and deal with it slowly and steadily, try and work them out of their position, really. But first things first to deal with all these javelins. A bit of damage off, then pull back. This is going to be a long old match, this is. With this guy, I can just tell. They come too far forwards. I'll have a go with my horse, you see.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Have a go. Be funny. Come on, people. So slow to respond. It's so unlike Total War Arena how the slingers could just turn and shoot dead quick. Are we going to get much damage on the back hits? Not really. The problem, we're not even being very effective in our hits, you see. Well, we can just keep rinsing and repeating. That's all we can do. Of his units. What happened to the Vigilets? We'd never go at them, I suppose. It's not impossible. Let's get some of them in position. Should be able to start to get some shots on. This is going to be such a slow game. Oops, a little bit of lag. Come on, people.
Boy to Tartis! All for gold!
We're not doing a lot. We're just like 10 kills a time, something like that.
We hunger for blood and battle!
It takes them so long to respond to the sort of stop, turn around, and attack again command. You know, they seem to be super slow in terms of responsiveness. Like, you know, if they're told to attack, they just stop, very slowly turn around. Come on, throw some bloody stones at them. And then most of them miss anyway. Like, what are you people playing at? If we were to attack on one of the wings, would that be worthwhile? It'd have to be with the Oathsworn, really, wouldn't it? Well, we might as well do something. This is just getting boring, isn't it?
Kills! For our ancestors! Oathsworn warriors! Theo!
The problem with this is going to be the fact that all their javelins are just going to get so much damage on many of my units, I think. Let's go for their bigger layers. They're a fairly lightly armoured unit. Hey Deadshot, welcome to the stream. Yeah, at least the jabs hurt less than a meter. Well, that's true. You'd think it's just such an unfun tactic, this is, isn't it? Oh, I'd find it to be just to sort of sit in the corner. No, where are you going, sorry? Please pull back. You can see I'm just going to try and put pressure in one of my gaps here.
Fearless warriors! Kill, kill, kill! Chosen swords! Missiles ready!
And I'll fight well, I'd rather save the ammunition.
Warriors ready! Chosen swords! Warriors eager for blood!
Just got to try and isolate individual units.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Praetorian Guard moving up there. And push up our Oathsworn here. Yeah. That's gonna hurt.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units. Move it! Battle ready!
And we're gonna get clipped on the edge by those guys. Let's bring our general over just to provide sort of the morale support as and when needed. Well, we'll get our slingers to target these enemy Velites again, these enemy javelins. This is bringing them down, but we've barely got the range on them. You see, you get damage on some, but then we're just getting slaughtered on others, you see. At least he's shooting in the back, so he's not particularly being very effective. And he's nicely clipped himself up, so he's a little bit vulnerable to some of my slingers. Go, slingers, go. What we're fighting against Praetorian Guard, they're just making mincemeat of my guys there.
Warriors! Get ready! Get forward!
Yeah, my Oathsworn's dying, and these are my best units.
Get ready! Warriors, move out!
So why have I got you such a big block? No wonder I can never navigate you through this bloody thing.
Forward! Warriors, move out! Move it! Victor!
Now rear charge them. One of them's broken. Nice. Try and get the other one down. Are we going to be able to do anything here significant? It doesn't look like it so far. You can see the battle situation. I'm trying to get the outflanking manoeuvres on, but just not being very effective. Head heavily for it with my Oathsworn. Finishing off these enemy javelins, which is good. Start to apply the pressure on the other flank. Okay, they're looking like they're beginning to waver heavily now.
Deadly missiles ready!
Yeah, nice, they have broken.
Melee warriors! Chosen sword! Ansashu! Fearless warriors! Orders! Viva!
let's see what we can start to do against these guys now. They're struggling. Push forwards, get in range of the rally. Come on, move!
Our men flee
Ah,
the field
they
of
didn't
battle.
survive the rally.
This is a shameful display.
Battle ready and eager! Orders! Make them ready!
Actually, target those Vigilets, see what damage you can do. So this gives me a few units of spearmen to play with.
Raise the banner!
I could do without you routing there, to be honest.
Our men
I'm
flee
surprised
the
you've
field
decided to
of
rat at
battle.
that.
This is a shameful display. Forward!
Why are you routing so easily? There's only a few enemies here.
Advance at speed!
Suddenly completely and utterly collapsed.
Riders! Advance! Follow riders!
Oh, and there's his missing
Slingers!
bloody people there.
Our hidden units
These
have
are
been
going to
discovered.
be no use at all.
Riders! Ready!
Get our general going off against him. Whether we're really going to be able to win that. He's only a medium command. You'd think we are really a superior unit, but he's got more units he can pull back and draw on. And I just haven't, unfortunately, got anyone really left to draw on.
Spears ready!
Get these spears in the face, but they're just such a light unit, you see, they just won't be able to do a lot. Oh, and those Vigilets in the back. As our general doing not even very well.
They will bleed for us!
Our men flee. Our general has fallen.
Oh, and the general's dead. Damn it! No, I would have lost this, definitely. I'll get some fire into the back of those Vigilets. It's not going to be enough.
Chosen swords.
I'm completely out of sort of quality units, really. My heavy horse are about to rout them by the mere presence of being near in this part. There goes those Vigilets.
Quickly now. Advance at speed.
Come on, people.
Riders, advance. Ride forward. Wah!
If I can decide my target. They'll rout pretty quickly. Perhaps I should have pressed that earlier. Who is there really left to target? Is in a good spot for me to target. Even our guys here are starting to think about routing now, by the looks of it. They've still got almost a full unit. I guess it's because we've lost our general now. Yeah, keep the targeting up there. Look. Come on. Okay, they've broken.
Chosen swords.
Sure we get enough kills on it to make it worthwhile. And of course our
An
spears
entire
are
unit has
not
perished.
having a particularly fun time yet. Well, it doesn't look good. Does not look good at all. Slingers are trying to get their stones in. Problem is, back of these legions, because even though the back is not going to be enough to really do much damage here. Oh dear. Yeah, shame. If we'd been able to get more damage with our cav, we'd have probably done a much better job. But unfortunately, we weren't. Get our slingers to focus down the enemy general, but we're going to take quite a lot of casualties by the looks of it in the process. This is going to hurt. Actually did quite a lot of damage with our slingers, to be honest. Considering. Looks like a whole lot's about just on the brink of routing. Just couldn't fight them. With the way they're in the corner. See, normally that's the one advantage of fighting against the Romans is that you can sort of get in, get round the flanks.
Is dead.
Oh, there goes the enemy general. And that's normally a really effective way of doing it, because you know you can outflank the Romans, get in, target on individual units. But if you're just going to sort of bridge yourself across the edges of the map, it means I can never really get round because I have to then fight them head on.
Our men
Obviously, it
flee
just
the
becomes
field
like
of
an
battle.
impossible,
This is a
impossible
shameful
odds.
display.
Oh, there we go. I won't try and really make a run of it. Yeah, we'll try a different faction next. Our chosen swordsman fighting on pretty valiantly. It's not going to be enough to beat this legionary cohort. Not with just on a frontal fight like this. And our poor spearmen are right on the brink of routing. But they're pretty much all out of ammunition, those slingers anyway, though, to be fair, so they're not got a lot more to contribute. No. Not going to happen. Well, we've won one and lost one, so we're a match for the Romans. Can I put them onto forward time? I have to actually request it, don't I?
Chosen swords!
Oh god, we're being doubly enveloped now. He's starting to really push across the whole line. Damn it. The Praetorians do indeed have a high power. And there we go. Nearly rat. I'm surprised they've held on this long. Where have you guys gone? Oh. Bring them back in. I didn't mean to run them safely completely out of the way. Might as well keep them in the fight. We did well in the cavalry engagement, but less well in the melee one. We'll have a look at different factions after this, see what we want to pick and go as.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful.
Nice we had a few people turn out. I know not everyone's sort of into Arena on this channel. Obviously, once Conqueror's Blade comes out, we'll certainly be having a bit of Conqueror's Blade streaming as well. But it's, obviously, I am, like everyone else, just stuck waiting for it.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a
Come on,
shameful
just rout.
display.
Make it end. One gone, and both gone. There we go, defeated by the Romans on that time. Well, there we go. Win some, lose some, I suppose. Who did particularly well for him? Well, just his legionaries, Praetorians did very well. You can see his cavalry did a fairly terrible job. Didn't really actually get very many kills. A lot of our people just routed. The slingers did a good job. Very high amount of kills. Obviously, the chosen swordsmen. Some did well, some not so. Oathsworn didn't do so well there, but we came up against the Praetorians, which is just such a hard thing to beat when you can't sort of get around them. Okay, let's try a different faction. Bearing in mind, I've not got some of the DLC, so I've not got every faction available. I'll pick a different type of faction. I don't even know exactly what all these people are. These are like a sort of in modern day Turkey, are they Seleucids? Or is it Persia post Alexander? Quite a fair selection of different units in this. Shield bearers, some pikes. Oh, they got a lot of ranged units, and they've got missile cavalry as well. More skirmishers, skirmisher cavalry. What's the difference between these two? Oh, damage. Perhaps go as the Seleucids. That's kind of a cool. I don't think I have any of the Illyrian barbarian factions. Well, if they are, I don't know exactly what they're called. Who are we going to go with the general as? Oh, there are both skirmishers and melee infantry. Cool. Or sort of a quality cavalry. Difference. Large bonus 76, 76. A bit more health on the cataphracts. More armour. Have some royal cataphracts. Okay, so we'll keep him. Then melee infantry wise, what have we got? Oh, and spears. We could have some pikes. Should we get some pikes? Or is that? I don't know if I like pikes or not. We'll have a few pikes. I always think pikes just go dirt cheap. There's no advantage to going anything more. Thorax swordsmen, they're pretty good. They're a heavy infantry unit. Let's kind of stock out with a few of them. We're definitely going to be need more cavalry. I don't know any of these people. They look pretty decent. One of them. Have some skirmisher cavalry as well. Then missile wise, what are we going to go for? So javelins, I like a proper ranged unit, so Oh, they're very short range. We have Persian light archers. Distance slingers are good. More of them. Get 1 unit of silver shield swordsman. How much better are they than the thorax? Fairly. Or 2 probably. Can't decide. They're crap, aren't they? Could have a couple of spears maybe to support the flanks of the hoplite. Yeah, kind of works. It gives us a full setup, doesn't it? So some archers, some decent-ish cavalry. I don't know anything about this Midian cavalry. It is the same guy. Is that the same corner camper guy? Is it the corner camper? I can't remember. Go for it. Oh. Change map. Go somewhere. Let's change the map. We're on the same map for the 3rd time in a row. But let's see how we get on with this. I think it might be the same corner camper. Let's just hope not. But we shall see. We obviously want to be hyper aggressive if he is the corner camper because we don't want him to get time to sort of get in position in quite the same way. See what he has brought in terms of range stuff. Oh, it's right on a cracking old hillside, this isn't it? Blimey. I don't want to walk. Right. Okay. Unexpected.
We await your orders.
Okay, so we've got our archers. Our Persian light archers. Oh, these look cool. I like them already. Then in the centre, we are going to have all our pikes.
Pikes ready. Thorax swordsman ready and waiting. Ready and waiting. Battle group awaiting
Give you a
orders.
nice wide. Pikes nice and wide. Then on the end of
We
each,
await your command.
wherever they've gone, the thorax. They're heavy spears, aren't they? Medium spears, not quite as good as I thought, perhaps, or not as flexible at least as I thought. You can do a square, kind of cool. And they do get spears by the look of it. Gonna go on there,
Thorax swordsman.
and then on each flank.
We await your command.
You can see my basic idea, can't you? Producing a very long line there, actually, isn't it? So cavalry-wise, what have we got? They are a medium cavalry. Super heavy shot cavalry, though, in terms of the cataphracts. We're going to group up our sort of aggressive cavalry as one. Obviously, I don't really want them to be up the hillside quite the same, so we'll keep them a bit lower down. Keep these guys up on the hillside as our more of a skirmisher force. And we're just going to go hard, I think.
Ready for orders. My lord.
My lord! We are ready, my lord. Okay, let's see how it goes. While waiting, I'll just quickly check the D-Live chat. I'm doing a very poor job of keeping on top of. Oh, and someone gave me a lemon. Thank you for the lemon, Crazy Latvian. There's a few bits of chat going on the D-Live, isn't there? Yeah, it's a pretty cool platform, it's D-Live. I quite like it as well. Once you get the head around it, it's a bit weird at first. But it's kind of cool once you're there. Nice to see we've got a few people over there anyway. Crazy Lemon's doing a good job of looking after the chat. Thank you. Oh, and thank you for the lemon, Zed. Much appreciated. Okay, better check the game because, as you'll see, the stream's probably frozen because I switched out of the game while I was doing the chat. But anyway, nothing had happened, so we're all okay. I need to get that sorted. I just don't know how I'm going to get it sorted. Yes, Kimberly, I'll definitely be doing more Conqueror's Blade videos once the game's actually out. But because it's not yet out, I can't get access to it in the same way that no one else can. So same sort of problem as everyone, really. Just waiting for it to come out now. Once it's out, yeah, we'll definitely be having pretty regular Conqueror's Blade videos and streams as well. It's definitely going to form a good I don't know if to say the core of the channel, but certainly a significant chunk of the channel. Actually, he's got pikes as well. Pike off. Got some camel archers. Interesting, interesting. Get those guys moving up. I don't know if he's got anything else back behind them supporting them. You'd think he must do, mustn't he? Yeah, he's got his Ptolemaic cavalry behind there to provide some support. Get some shots on those guys if they're going to provide the opportunity. He's just going straight for the high ground by the looks of it. I'm going to go for these. Okay, let's see how much trouble we can cause. He's just trying to get into a camping position again. You can see exactly what he's trying to do. Go on, it would be funny if he left his cavalry a bit exposed there. Bring up our cavalry on the rear as well. Has he noticed? Has he noticed? No, I honestly don't think he has. I've given them an order to actually get stuck into hand-to-hand, please, if you can. I should be able to rout them before his cavalry realises what's going on. Come on, you should be able to get some shots on those Thorios swords with the archers. I might push these guys up as well.
Missile cavalry.
I'm not doing a tremendously effective job, it's got to be said. You end up
Missile armed riders.
suffering here
The
quite
men
badly.
are wavering.
Did not go quite so well. Have we not got any shots off with our archers? Doesn't look like we can catch up with them, does it? What's he got there?
Double time. We await your command.
Move these guys up. Confusing.
Persian archers!
I just want them to get a shot on something, to be honest. Anything will do. Just please shoot something.
Thorax swordsman, yours to command. At the double.
I want to try and cut off one of these units, you see. Then we're not getting much damage on those Thorax swords, even with our archers being able to get shots in. Not really being very effective. We did get some damage on some of his slingers, but not really enough. Too much.
What are your orders?
I don't think we're realistically going to catch these guys.
Charge!
Unless they can get in range of a javelin toss. Be cool.
Engage!
I don't really want to engage here. It's not quite what I had in mind. God, the javelin fire is so intense.
Melee troops.
Stop
ready and
throwing
waiting.
fucking javelins at me. I didn't really want to do it like this. I just didn't really want him to get. Look at that. That's so ridiculous.
Thorax swordsman.
They're pretty much routed already just from the sheer amount of javelins they've had.
Quick march!
Our men flee the field of
Look at
battle.
that.
This is
Crazy.
a shameful display.
Oh, he's got them coming round. This guy has got definitely a grade A camper, isn't he?
Thorax swordsman.
I know I could push up more units, but I'm kind of just going to stick with it for now. Fight the ranged fight instead. The only thing that seems to be going in any way sort of well. That's those units broken. Hopefully shattered as well. Let's focus on those more Nubian bowmen.
As you command.
Slowly sort of pushing the rest of our units up the hill. These units just going to come up back and support there.
Hellenic cataphracts!
Ready!
Ideally, I'd rather just win this bow fight first before we start to engage these guys here. But
Fire!
if we have to.
Lower your spears! Quick march!
Shall fight the camels.
Quick march!
I don't. If you can't play with the Spartans, I don't think I'm going to do any better. I mean, surely you must have watched my videos just see how bad I am as a player.
At speed! And ready!
We're quite effective against those camels, aren't we? And rat these camels. One of them gone
Find your
and
target!
shattered. Kill the camels! They're really just getting mullering, those camels. Our archer's having a bit of a rough time of it.
Field of battle.
Okay, one
This
of our
is a
archers is
shameful
broken.
display.
Okay, how are these guys getting on? I actually forgot they've got these in combat, to be honest.
Melee troops awaiting by your command!
I might push these guys up. Actually having a bit of a fair old fight here with them. Good job, old archers. They're doing a very good job. They're going to run out of ammunition, though. That's ultimately going to be their problem.
Quick march!
Yeah, let's keep pushing these guys up for now.
Persian archers!
Fire on the enemy!
Keep on these mercenary Rhodesian slingers. They should rout pretty soon because they're just taking too many casualties. Which is good for us. Yeah, they are doing pretty decently, to be honest. Now they're actually getting engaged properly. They're just sort of really taking a pounding, aren't they?
Fill the skies!
Focus our attention on these other lot next. They've shattered. Nice. Working down his range. He's not got that many units. We are struggling a little bit there now.
Ready to ride.
I was just going to leave these guys here a second while I just let their javelins go to work. Since the enemy just threw the javelins all the time, so I'm assuming our guys are going to do the same.
Our general is under attack. Hellenic cataphracts!
Swords! Ready for orders! Your orders! Yours to command!
Commander! Rally to me!
Swords! We await your command!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Orders! Yes, Commander! At the double!
Aye!
Our orders! Melee infantry at your command! Pikemen ready
Push
for
you guys up the hill.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
melee infantry! Double time!
Our guys should be now in the back of these pikemen.
Quick march!
Should be able to do a pretty good job of getting damage in.
At the double! Full advance at speed! To a charge!
Bring our own pikes up now.
Yours to command! On at the double! We
Your
understand!
orders.
Fire!
Oh,
General!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Ready! Commander! Cut! Advance! Ready and
get
waiting!
you up there.
At speed!
Bring up the other cavalry. This is turning into pretty much chaos. I can't even see the colour difference.
At your service! Flank phalanx!
Understood. Yes, Commander.
Follow me! Median cavalry!
Charge.
Swift rider! At your service! Forward!
Okay, we're getting all our cavalry stuck in there. Some of the enemy pikemen struggling a little bit there now.
We await your command! At your service! Yours to command! March! Advance at speed! At your service!
Have I got anything else left? What have I got you in here? Another unit. There, bring our slingers, our ranged units back up a little bit.
Ready for orders? At speed! By your command! To
set you to attack. Quite sure what I'm doing there. You're up there. How's this all going? It's just turning into a bit of a pike fight out the front, which is sort of good, sort of bad, I suppose. We've sort of got these guys pinned a little bit on the back. I think is a good thing for us.
Ready for orders. Attack their position.
Advances pikes! Alright, there's there are spears now trapped in the back.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Ready. To advance.
Yeah, keep up the pressure on these enemy cavalry here, and certainly
Double time.
bring these Thurio spears up a little bit more.
We await your orders. Spearmen at the ready. At the double. At speed.
Try not to get caught in that cavalry fight if I can.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Waiting orders. Ready and waiting. Advance at speed. Loose.
With some javelins at them,
Hurry our spears.
so you're out of ammunition, and then charge.
At your service. As you command.
Oh, he's left the game. There we go. Well, I think we might take that as a victory. I think we'll take that one as a victory, almost certainly, since we were really starting to win that one by the end. I think. It's certainly starting to turn in our favour after we got his pikeman kind of pinned in. Our swords held out for a long time. Didn't really get many kills necessarily. It's pretty neck and neck look on kills and losses, but I had almost 1,000, like another 600 odd men than he did. We certainly won the archer duel over him, I think. Well, anyway, it was always just a bit of fun. I think we'll probably end the stream there. It was only going to be a very quick stream anyway, because I just kind of wanted to test out the dual streaming type thing. It was kind of interesting how it worked, sort of on compared, DLive and between the two and everything. Thank you for all the people who've been donating things on DLive. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So much chat going on DLive. You're donating me an ice cream. Thank you. So hopefully you kind of enjoyed the stream. It's I don't know, forgotten what I was going to say. First time I streamed in like a month or something, so perhaps not that surprising that it's going to take me a while to get back into it. I definitely kind of like the idea of doing like this dual streaming thing. Hopefully it kind of works okay, because I think YouTube's probably the most accessible. Most people like to see on YouTube, and then when you go onto YouTube you get a notification and everything, so we get pretty decent numbers. I was pretty pleased everyone that turned up. But also I like DLive because it's pretty cool the way it works. If you haven't checked it out, go and check out DLive because it's a kind of a cool streaming platform, and I like the idea that, like, I guess the people who got into Twitch nice and early on were the people who now are all people who are big on Twitch, and people who got into YouTube early on are the people who are big on YouTube. So you never know. DLives end up taking off, then it would be kind of cool to be in there nice and early, so we'll give it a bit of a go anyway. I will probably be doing more streaming again in the future. Certainly once Conquest Blade comes out, we'll be doing more streaming, and we'll be having lots more Conquest Blade videos as well. Because I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of like a bit stuck for content a little bit, because I'm kind of waiting for Conquest Blade on one hand. I also, the other game called Pagan Online, I've kind of enjoyed playing, but again, kind of waiting for the servers to come up so I can get video content. That's why we're having a lot of the Total War sort of Rome multiplayer battles and stuff, sort of as like an interim thing. Not that they're going to be going away once we start properly, but they're kind of just there for now, and we're having a lot more regular daily content and stuff once everything's sort of back in place. But anyway, that's pretty much all. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give the video a like on YouTube, and I shall pretty well see you on the next video or the next stream, whichever comes first. See you guys later.